You ever look around and feel like everyone else is ahead of you? Like your friends are getting promoted, buying properties, building something big, and you're still trying to figure it out. Now it's easy to feel behind, but you're not behind. You're just on a different timeline. Life is not a race, and it's definitely not a straight line. We all start in different places, face different battles, and learn different lessons at different times. Some people hit their stride early, others take a little longer. And guess what? That's okay. That's real life. Social media makes it worse. You see someone's highlight reel and compare it to your current view. You see their wins, but not their worries. You see the celebration, but not the struggle. But your path, your timeline, it's yours for a reason. Just because your progress doesn't look like someone else's doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. A flower doesn't grow faster because it's next to another one. It blooms when it's ready, and so will you. We've been fed this invisible checklist. Graduate by 22, career at 25, married at 30, kids by 32, retire by 65. But that checklist isn't everyone's story. Some people build their dream life at 50. Others find their calling at 19. Some get it right the first time, and some fail 5 times before they figure it out. You're not late to your own life. You're arriving right on time for the lessons, the growth, the purpose that's meant for you. Some seasons feel like nothing's happening. You feel stuck, still, confused. But even when it feels like nothing is moving, you are growing. Every time you get back up, every time you stay kind in a storm, every time you choose not to quit, that's progress. Roots grow underground before anything blooms above the surface. And sometimes what feels like a delay is just preparation. Here are 4 ways to stop feeling behind and start owning your path. Number 1, unfollow the noise. If someone's content constantly makes you feel less than, well, mute it. Not because of jealousy, but because of your peace. Number 2, write your own definition of success. What does your version of a good life look like? Is it peace, purpose, travel, family? Define it so you stop chasing someone else's. Number 3, celebrate small wins. Because progress isn't just about the big moments. It's showing up, being honest, growing quietly. Every little step counts. And number 4, talk kindly to yourself. You're not lazy. You're not a failure. You're learning. You're growing. You're doing the best you can with what you know. And that counts. Your time is coming, so stay ready. Life isn't a race, it's a rhythm. And your rhythm is beautiful, even if it doesn't look like anyone else's. You're not too old, you're not too late, you're not behind, you're becoming. And when your moment comes, when the pieces click and the doors open, it'll be worth every slow step, every quiet day, and every lesson along the way. We've all felt the sting of rejection. It's the job you didn't get, the relationship that didn't work out, or the dream that seemed to slip through your fingers no matter how badly you wanted it. And in that moment, it's easy to believe that rejection means failure, that you're not good enough, that something's wrong with you. But what if we see rejection not as the end of the road, but simply as a detour towards something better? Rejection hurts, yes, but it can also be a gift. It's not always clear in the moment, but sometimes the doors that close are saving you from a path that wasn't meant for you. Sometimes rejection is the universe, life, or whatever you believe in saying, not here, not now, I have something better in mind. It's not just about changing direction, it's about being redirected toward growth. Think back, how many times have you wanted something desperately, only to realize later it wouldn't have made you happy. Or maybe it wasn't right for the version of you that you were becoming. That job might have drained you. That person might have broken your spirit. That opportunity might have kept you stuck. We can't always see the whole picture, especially when we're in pain. But every no creates space for a better yes. All the great success stories have a trail of rejection behind them. Not because they weren't good enough, but because they had to be pushed to something greater. They had to take a different route. Sometimes that means rejection is the thing that forces you to rise up, change strategy, improve your skills, or move in a direction you'd never have considered on your own. I know it's easy to feel like giving up when we get rejected. It's tempting to wallow or to stop trying, to believe that our worth is tied to someone else's opinion or decision. But don't fall into that trap. Rejection is not a measure of your worth. It's a moment in your journey. And the way you respond to it is what matters. You can stop or you can pivot. You can get bitter or you can get better. When you're rejected, take a breath, then ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Where is this trying to lead me? Because every time something doesn't work out, you have a choice. You can sit in the pain or you can search for the purpose. Maybe rejection is guiding you toward a different opportunity. Maybe it's challenging you to strengthen your mindset. Maybe it's just protecting your energy for something bigger. The truth is, success rarely happens in a straight line. It's messy. It's full of setbacks and detours. But those moments don't mean you're failing. They mean you're being rerouted toward your true potential. You don't have to see the end to trust the direction. Just take the next step. Keep showing up. Stay open. Because one day you'll look back on the thing that you thought you wanted, the thing you were crushed to lose, and you'll thank that rejection. You'll be grateful it didn't work out the way you had hoped, because what came next was even better. So if you're facing rejection right now, don't panic. This isn't the end. This is a redirection, a chance to find your true path, and trust that the right doors will open when you're ready. Everyone is jealous of what you've got. No one is jealous of how you got it. Success is admired. The spotlight is celebrated. The final product being the wealth, the recognition, the confidence. That's what people see. And let's be honest, envy follows success like a shadow. But no one envies the struggle. No one wishes for the nights you spent doubting yourself. No one wants the failures, the rejections, the pain that came before the reward. They see the house, but not the hours. They see the strength, but not the sacrifice. They see the victory, but not the wounds. And that's the problem. Too many people want the end result without the process. They want the reward without the discipline, the respect without the work, the success without the struggle. But that's not how it works. Every person who has built something great has paid a price. Behind every win is a collection of losses that no one talks about. People admire the athlete on the podium, but who wants to wake up at 4 a.m. for years, training in pain, pushing through exhaustion? People admire the millionaire, but who wants to risk everything, fail 10 times, and spend years in uncertainty? People admire the confidence, but who wants to battle self-doubt, push past criticism, and stand alone when no one believes in you? You can't separate the prize from the price. So stop comparing, start creating. When you see someone's success, don't envy it, study it. Instead of saying they're lucky, ask, what did they do that I'm not doing? Because the truth is, envy is a distraction. It keeps you looking at someone else's life instead of building your own. It makes you resent what you don't have instead of working for what you want. There's a reason not everyone is successful. The road is painful, it's exhausting, it's long. But the ones who make it, they aren't superhuman. They don't have special privileges. They just didn't quit. They did the work when no one noticed. They took the hits and kept going. They weren't chasing approval, they were chasing something bigger. You know what's hard? Waking up broke, hating your job, feeling stuck. You know what else is hard? Waking up early, working when you don't feel like it, failing, learning, and pushing forward. One hard leads to success, the other leads to regret. So pick your hard. When you finally get there, when you finally succeed, it won't be luck. It won't be handed to you. It will be because you showed up, you fought through the storms, and you refused to quit. And by then, you won't care about the jealousy, because you'll know what it took. You'll know what you paid. And you'll stand taller, not because people admire you, but because you admire yourself. If you're struggling right now, this is for you. Because I see you. I see the exhaustion in your eyes, the weight you carry that no one else seems to notice. I see the quiet battles, the ones you fight alone, the ones that make you wonder if you'll ever feel like yourself again. And I know it's hard. There are days when the world can feel heavy, when it takes everything in you just to get through the next hour. You might feel like you're walking through fog, like you're searching for something solid to hold on to, but everything slips through your fingers. And you wonder if things will ever change, if this feeling will ever go away. No, I won't give you empty words or tell you just to think positive, because I know that when you're in the middle of it, hope can feel like a distant memory. It's something that belongs to other people, but has somehow skipped over you. But hear me when I say this. You might be bent, but you're not broken. Whatever you're going through is just temporary. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. You've made it through every hard day so far. Think back to the moments you thought you'd never get past. The times you were convinced it was too much, too painful, too exhausting. Yet here you are today, still standing. You have a 100% survival rate for the worst days of your life so far. That's not luck, that's strength. Maybe you don't feel strong right now, but real strength isn't about never struggling. It's about continuing to show up. It's about taking one more step, even when everything in you is screaming to stop. It's about holding on, even when you don't know what you're holding on to. And I promise you, this will not last forever. I know it's difficult to believe, but this feeling, this moment, this pain, it won't last forever. There will come a day when you wake up and realize the heaviness has lifted. When laughter doesn't feel forced. When you can breathe without the weight pressing down on your chest. But until that day comes, hold on. Even if it's just by a thread. Even if all you can do is make it through the next hour. Because what if tomorrow holds something different? What if next week brings a shift? What if you're just one step away from something better? You are not alone. I know it feels like no one understands, like no one truly sees what you're going through. But you are not alone in this. There are people who care about you, who want to help, who would sit with you in the dark just so you don't have to be there alone. Let them. You don't have to fight this battle by yourself. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to carry this weight alone. Better days are coming. I know you're tired. I know it feels endless. But if you take anything from this, hear me now. This is not the end of your story. There is more ahead of you. More moments of joy, more laughter, more love, more reasons to wake up and feel grateful that you stayed. So hold on. Keep going. One day at a time, one step at a time. Because you're worth it, and you are so much stronger than you realize. Every great achievement begins with a decision to persist, no matter how tough the road becomes. Right now, you might be feeling stuck, like your efforts aren't paying off, like the finish line is a distant dream. But remember, you're still in motion. You're still on the path. This moment, this struggle, it's just part of the process. It's not a signal to stop. It's a reminder that you're building the strength you'll need for what lies ahead. The journey to your goals was never meant to be easy. Obstacles and challenges are not there to defeat you. They're there to build you. Every barrier you face is shaping you into the person capable of achieving what you're working toward. You're not just aiming for success. You're becoming someone who embodies resilience, determination, and grit. Those qualities aren't given, they're earned through the trials of perseverance. Progress doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's slow, almost imperceptible. But it's happening, like a foundation being laid beneath the surface. The effort you're putting in now is setting the stage for something extraordinary. Even when it feels like you're standing still, you're preparing for the leap forward that will come. Keep going, even when it's hard to see the results. Trust that your consistent effort is building your future. You may feel tempted to quit. The thought of easing the struggle, of taking the pressure off, can be alluring. But we know that stepping back will not bring you closer to the life you've envisioned. You're just being tested. Regret is heavier than any challenge you're facing right now. If you stop, you'll never know what could have been. If you continue, well, then the possibilities are endless. Understand that the most inspiring stories aren't about smooth roads and easy wins. They're about perseverance. They're about people who faced incredible odds and kept pushing forward, who refused to let temporary defeats define them. Your story has the same potential. The struggle you're enduring will one day be a part of your journey that inspires others. When you feel your resolve wavering, reconnect with your vision. Picture what you're working toward. Hold on to the spark that started this journey. Let that drive push you forward when momentum wanes. Success is not reserved for those who have the easiest path. It's for those who refuse to quit. Every day you choose to persist, you're getting closer. Every effort, no matter how small, it's progress. You may not be there yet, but you're further ahead than we were yesterday. Keep your focus on the direction you're headed, not the distance left to travel. The journey is shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you for what's to come. The path is still yours to take. The goals you've set are still waiting for you. You're capable of enduring more than you think and achieving more than you've imagined. So keep going, keep climbing. You're not there yet, but you're closer than you've ever been. Becoming your best self does not lie in your comfort zone. No, to reach your fullest potential, it requires that you stretch physically and mentally over years or decades. It requires that you adopt the habits that consistently bring you discomfort. It may sound uneasy, but that's where the growth begins. Before the plants can blossom in the spring, they must first endure the harsh winters. People are no different. The required actions and mental battles are not supposed to be easy. These forces are what block most from achieving their goals. As the famous line goes, if it were easy, then everybody would do it. No, what you want most is on the other side of discomfort. Because it's only when we routinely stretch and overcome that we are able to rise and thrive. But here's the thing. Nobody's going to come and hold your hand. Nobody's going to be there day in and day out to make sure that you're following through on what needs to get done. The daily trials and tribulations are a solo event. It's you versus you always. People aren't going to come up to you and say, hey, I believe you can achieve that goal, or you're destined for greatness, so take your shot. No, that's not what happens. People won't believe in you until they see you succeeding. It would be great if the universe would align and offer us the fast lane, but that's not how it works. If anything, the universe creates the force of resistance that makes us question everything. It's the physical, but especially the mental. The universe is the fog to your vision. It's not that you can't succeed. It's whether you'll hang on long enough to see it through. The ultimate challenge then is maintaining that belief which got you started in the first place. When the fog becomes too dense and you lose sight of your goals, it is incumbent upon you to keep the faith in yourself. Where the world will try to pull you back to center, you must be willing to resist and push back with determination. If you do what everybody else does, then you'll get what everybody else gets. But if you want more, then you have to do more. There's no secret recipe. The only difference between you and society is your resolve to keep the faith and keep hanging on when others let go. Your journey begins with a mindset, and it is that mindset that will carry you through to the end. Dare to dream, dare to act, and dare to become your best self. When you were a child and acting up, maybe upset with something and generally being a nuisance, were you ever given a timeout by your parents? I think we've all been put on timeouts at some point. It was the go-to parenting hack, sent to your room or go sit in a corner, think about what you've done and basically calm down. Then after a period of time, you would rejoin the world, but in a much better state. The timeout would always work. It was exactly what was needed in the moment. That brief reprieve from your troubles so that you could collect your thoughts, slow the world down, and generally just chill out. When was the last time you did that for yourself? When was the last time you gave yourself a timeout just so you could reflect? Take a break from society, organize your thoughts, and regroup. There's a line I like to use. I'm not sure where it came from, but it goes like this. I highly recommend you get lost so you can find yourself again. I find that line to be so powerful. It's like the adult version of the timeout, getting lost to find yourself again. It worked when you were a child, and now you need it more than ever as an adult. The ability to briefly stop the world so you can come back stronger. So often we wait for the moment, like a vacation or a long weekend, thinking that we need extended time to work through things, but that's simply not the case. It could be just going for a walk, or sitting on the back deck, or taking a scenic drive.
You can do that anywhere, anytime. It's basically taking time for yourself, shutting out the noise and finding your peace. And don't you deserve that? You deserve the peace of mind. You deserve time to yourself. We as adults tend to focus so much on the needs of our kids, our partners, our work, that we forget to take care of the most important person, and that's you. Make yourself a priority and use a time out. I'd suggest making time for yourself each day. After all, you are worth it.